Morning. So today is Vlogmas day 15. I didn't record this morning because today is my son's birthday. He's 21 and I don't know where the time has gone. You know, I feel like he missed out this year with COVID and everything, being stuck at home. You know, you take your classes online, but that's not the same. Like, you don't really see your friends. And we've been really like strict with it. Like, we don't want him going to like people's houses that, you know, he'll go to his girlfriend's house and stuff, but like just trying to keep him away from like crowds and stuff, because you know, they feel like they're immune to things and they think they know everything, and they're at that age where, you know, I know everything is I know, but you know, I feel like this year was a bit of a, not a challenge, but it was different. So I'm hoping that things get better and he can go back to like, you know, socializing and doing all that stuff, because I feel like this year, because he's been home now since like, I don't know, February, March, and he's gotten like pajama day every day. Like, you know, I don't want to get a haircut, I'm not really shaving today, and I don't want him becoming like that. You know, I want him to like clean himself up again, cut his hair, get back into like, you know, working and things like that. So it's been different, but you know, we're very proud of him. We're very proud, and I'm sure all the parents say that, but we're proud of the way he's, you know, he's his own little person. And he's not a little person, but you know what I mean, like he's got his own personality. He's a lot different than, I feel like me and him have similar characters, but he's like different than us. You know, me and my husband, we're from the city. You know, when you meet us, you know we're from the city. Not that we're mean people, but we're just built a little different. Our skin is a little thicker, I would say. He's more of like, even though he grew up in the city, he's more of like that country life. You see the smoke? I don't know what is going on. That's a lot of smoke. And I tell my husband, and he's always like, it's cold, that's from the cold, but I don't know. So I think you warmed up enough. Let me go. So, you know, he's very calm, and sometimes that calmness makes me crazy, you know. But we're proud of who he's become, and we're hoping that once everything gets back to normal, he can go back to school and he can, you know, actually learn. I don't feel like the kids are learning online. Like, there's a lot of things that, as if I was going to school to be a heart surgeon, I would like hands-on, not really learning it on a computer kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, some of the classes that he's done, I feel like, I don't know, like, you're doing it online, the computer's auto-correcting, you're not handwriting like I used to do, you know, you get all those red lines from you misspelled this and you misspelled that kind of thing, and I think it's a little too easy these days, but I don't know, you know, it's a different generation. Everything is computers and phones and electronics, you know. I'm not trying to say I'm 100 years old, but it's a difference between when you played outside and you know, actually spoke to your friends and shooting them a text, and I don't know, it's just different. Like, I see him texting with his girlfriend, and I'm like, why don't you pick up the phone and call? And he's like, you know, like, I don't know, they're on speaker and he's doing this and she's doing that, but I don't know, I think it's just different than when I was his age. But I wrapped up his gifts, and I was gonna give him something now, but he's online, so he's doing a class. My husband was like, no, when I get home, we'll give it to him. You know, I want to see his expression. Okay, he's not a little kid anymore, so his expression is, you know, thanks. my husband's gonna pick up a cake and we'll cut a cake and stuff. And we'll see. I mean, this is the kind of, you know, he's 21. When I was 21, I remember me and my sister, because I'm a twin, me and my sister, we went out to eat, and we were like, we turned 21. Can we get in the club? And we called the club, and they were like, yeah. But that's not his mentality, is, you know, trying to get into a club or, you know, have a drink. Like, you know, when I'm home, if I'm having a beer, or I don't drink wine, I don't like wine, but if I'm having a beer, or I'm having, like, you know, wine cooler, you know, he's like, so he's not going to be a drinker. My older brother, he's not a drinker. You know, he'll have like one beer or whatever, but he's not a drinker. So I think that's how he's going to be, which is good, you know. But that was our thought, you know, I want to get in the club, you know. And when I was living in the city, there was a club on 96th and Broadway called Latin Quarters. And I would pass by it and I could hear the music, like if I was, you know, heading to the pharmacy or whatever at night. Not at night, but, you know, in the evenings you could hear it, and I'd always wanted to go inside and see. But I feel like these days it's more about lounges and stuff. But now with COVID, you can't go nowhere. So I'm having one of those sausage beyond, I think, and an iced matcha latte. So they're making that storm out to seem a little bit more serious than I was thinking. I had this a lot over the summer. I thought it tasted a little different, but matcha latte, if you haven't had it, you need it in your life. All right, this is dinner. My version of ziti. Let's just see how it tastes. I'm waiting on the garlic bread, and then we're gonna eat. Morning, Vlogmas day 16. So I just made my coffee, and here I have some condensed milk. If you haven't had condensed milk in your coffee, you're missing out. So I'm gonna put a spoonful into my coffee because it's that good. I can eat this by the spoonfuls. Just gonna mix it into my coffee. So you would do that instead of like the sugar. And if you don't really add milk, you can do just a spoonful of it. It's that good. So yesterday I didn't really film much when I got home because, you know, it was my son's birthday. They didn't want to be on camera. They didn't want to be on camera, so, you know, I made some kind of pasta. I added some meat, I added some cheese, and it was pretty good. I'm not really a pasta aficionado. put the rest in the, I got this at Aldi's and nightly tightly sealed. So I made some pasta, we cut a cake, we gave him his gifts, we hid it around, and then had him look for it, which was funny. I'm really bad with that hot and cold. Like, there was one where it was next to me and I was like, cold. My husband was like, no, hot. Like, so, and then we just watched the Macho Camacho, his life story. Was a boxer from the barrio in New York City, and it was so sad, like so tragic. Like, you know, sometimes I feel like the people who are the funniest, who are the like comedians and stuff, deep down are really depressed, and I feel like that was kind of like him. Like he was missing something, and sometimes you're not missing nothing, but you know, mentally you think you are. And with him, he wanted a family, he had his family, you know, he boxed and everything, but the demons, you know, he would use drugs and stuff, and you know, it was just sad. And then in the end, the cops had told the mom they found the killer because he had gotten shot. He was in a car in Puerto Rico, I think it was in Bayamon, and he had gotten shot, and the driver that was with him, they found him outside of the car, shot and dead. And they weren't sure if he was the target or not, but, you know, years had went by, like 7 years went by, and then finally they told the mom that they knew who the killer was, and they wanted to bring him to court and everything like that. But then at the end, it was like December 2020, no arrests were made. So it's kind of like, you know, it was just sad. Okay, so I'm heating up my car again. Let me know if it's already starting to snow by you, because we're supposed to get, they said we're supposed to get 2 inches per hour. It's supposed to start at like 2 in the afternoon, and then it's gonna go until 8, and then it's gonna start again, I think like midnight. And then in the city, you're supposed to get 1 inch every hour. So yesterday I did go to Walmart. I got, you know, the food that I needed. That place was a madhouse. And you know, I should have went the day before and gotten the stuff that I needed. And, you know, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have been that bad. But I feel like everybody was there yesterday. I went to get milk, no 2%. I had to get whole milk. I went to get sliced bread, no Italian bread. So I had to get like Wonder Bread. And I was like, oh my God. But I feel like I should have picked up a couple of more things. I mean, I picked up the necessities, but you know, sometimes you want like potato chips and like cookies, and like I picked up milk, bread, eggs, paper towels, you know, that kind of stuff. So, and I gotta work until 4, so I'm hoping they tell us we could leave early, because I don't want to be driving in this, you know. So, and yesterday's video, I don't feel like I had enough to upload, because, you know, my son didn't want to be on TV, my husband didn't want to, so it was kind of like just the morning stuff. So I'm adding it to this one, but I kind of feel like, not like I'm messing up, but like I feel like the first couple of vlogs I did a whole day's worth and stuff, and now I'm getting to like 2 per video. But you know, sometimes there's really nothing to film, because it's like the same thing. I get up in the morning, I do a basic makeup, do my coffee, get ready to leave, go to work, come back. So I don't know, but I do like like the challenge of trying to get it up because I'm hoping to continue like that once Vlogmas is over. You know, continue filming at least 3 videos a day. I mean, 3 videos a day. What? 3 videos a week, I'm hoping. So, we'll see. But, you know, we gave my son his gifts, and it was like I was telling you guys in that video I did with the bags. He opened up his gift, ripped up that paper, and it went right in the trash. And I was like, because the bags that I got were for Christmas. If I would have got something that was like assorted, like birthdays and Mother's Days and Father's Days and things like that, I'm pretty sure I would have just folded it up nicely and put it back away. But goes to show, you spend so much trying to make something look so pretty and they shrivel it up and rip it up and you're like, ooh. But I just spent 30 minutes trying to find my cell phone. I thought I left it at the supermarket. One flight and I'm already out of breath. I thought I left it at the supermarket and I was like, oh my God, because I put it down to get my money. Maybe I left it on the counter. But I found it in the phone. I found the phone in the car on the side. And because it's black, you can't see. So I ended up going to TJ Maxx. That place was packed and the line was so long. Like there's a snowstorm coming, so you would think the supermarket was packed, not really the TJ Maxx. So I walked in, I looked, I saw the line and I walked right back out. I was like, no. And then this package I sent out and it came back. So I got to get another address for it. And I placed an order with Rainbows for some like 2-piece loungewear that just came in. I'll probably show you guys that in tomorrow's vlog. I don't know if I'm going to do a haul for it, but right now I'm about to make some steak, but I got some dishes to do first. And then we'll see. Okay, so I have my steaks. And I just put them onto this plastic. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can lift you up a little bit.
I'm going to take this palette and I'm going to use a shade.
Okay. I'm watching Liz Fashion Talent. She's doing a Christmas eye look. I don't know if you guys watch her, but I like her. So, this is the steak. I'm going to take onions. I'm gonna just grate them because I don't feel like using the pilon to squish them. And I'm gonna do that on it to each steak. Because you could use the garlic powder, but I prefer the actual garlic. And then I have 5 pieces, and I'm never sure about these things because sometimes they shrink.
I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild mascara and white.
Put that on. Sometimes they shrink and I'd rather have a little bit more than not. And then I'm gonna take, and you can use gloves. Sometimes I use gloves, but I haven't picked up any in a while. I'm gonna take one of the Sazón envelopes. I'm gonna put it right on the meat. Then I'm gonna take gonna take meat tenderizer, and you just need a little bit. I know you're saying, damn, that's not a little bit. It's a little bit. It's like a pinch. So I'm gonna do that. Then I take you. I'm gonna turn you sideways this way. And then on the back, I'm gonna do a little bit of pepper. Pinch of salt. And then I'm gonna put a plastic on top of it, bang it up, and then when I'm ready to fry them, I'll do that. In the meantime, I'll cut the onions because I want to do it with some onions, and then, you know, we shall see. So I'm actually gonna stack them up because I got 2 more here. And do the same with these 2. I'm just gonna put a little salt and stuff. And then I'm making white rice because my husband and my son are kind of boring when it comes to stuff like that. They like plain stuff. Now we're gonna do these. Same thing. That's done. So I'm gonna leave this here and sit there while it makes its little, it does its thing. I'm gonna cut some onions. And you know, I like to cook more in the winter because it's cold, and at least, you know, you have the warmth of the stove on you, you know. You don't gotta be like, ooh. But there's one thing I hate is cutting onions. And then, those onions done messed me up. So I'm gonna wait for my husband, who should be home any minute now, before I start putting it in the steak and all that, because I feel like that's something that you have to take out of the stove and right into the plate. So I'm gonna end Vlogmas here. We will see you tomorrow. I don't know how, I can't see outside, but we're supposed to be getting that snowstorm. If you guys don't have to go out, stay home.